Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute. You are watching a vlog of a solo trip I took over 2 months ago. And one of the reasons I decided to make this vlog is because I just got a new camera and I wanted to try it out. And yeah, as you can see, still figuring out how to use the camera. I thought these were videos. Turns out they weren't. Yeah, I get better at this, I promise. Anyway, back to why this vlog took so long. For the 15 of you who watched my first 2 videos, you would know that me and my family recently got on a plane, not unlike this one, and moved our whole lives to the UK. Here, I thought I had the whole road to myself and was really happy about that. Turns out they were all just late, so yeah. Oh, we also saw some aliens, that was cool. So this was actually my first ever solo trip, and it was to Nusa Penida, which is a small island off Bali. I had some time to kill before my ferry from Bali to Nusa Penida, which was great because I forgot to bring a toothbrush and shaver, so I had to buy that. And then I got a really good foot massage. Please enjoy this footage of my feet. You're welcome. Okay, no more free feet pics. After massage, lunch. And of course, for my first meal in Indonesia, what else would I eat other than freaking Italian food? Now, before y'all come at me in the comments, the reason why I'm eating Italian food is because I came here many years ago with my wife and I was so sick that I could not enjoy the food at all. And so I told myself if I was ever back in the area, I would come back to this restaurant. And so I did. Here I am enjoying a crab tomato pasta thing. Look, there's gonna be a lot of footage of me eating on this vlog. I don't know why. I guess I don't really do much else when I'm alone. Look, here I am again eating, well, drinking. Don't judge me. Here I am on the way to the ferry terminal. Look at this car, everyone. Look, this is a driver who tried to plant once and made it his whole personality. And you know what? I respect that. One love. Yeah, man. But I got cancelled for saying. Anyway, here's my motorbike going on the complete opposite side of the road to cut the queue, which I guess that's pretty cool. Here's my shadow. And look at this woman who dropped her hat in the water. You know, I just want to say, these are moments you live for. What am I saying? This is a boat. There are lots of boats you can catch from Bali to Nusa Penida of different sizes and prices. I went for the more expensive one because I didn't want to die, which has happened, okay? So yeah, it was like a 45-minute journey. I can't remember, it was 2 months ago. But we made it to Nusa Penida. Look at that water. Look how blue it is. And look at that view. Come on! I love Nusa Penida. You should go if you haven't been. It's like Bali but way more chill. Less hustle and bustle, less crowds, but still super tourist friendly. This was my accommodation, Mertasari Bungalows, which was part of my freediving package. And this, my friends, is Squid. Yes, this dog's name is Squid and she was so cute. Look, she came to say hi. And this is me saying hi. And she looked at me and then she scratches herself. Oh, what a cutie pie. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the official bungalow tour here at Mertasari Bungalow. Let's go. We got the bed is made. There's a checkered thing on top of it. And here's the mirror. I say hello, peace sign, yo. And this is the bathroom. It was very bare and plain and it was okay, I guess. Cause like you could take a shower, but that's pretty much it. And yeah. Believe it or not, that rap was 100% improvised. This is me testing the underwater waterproofness of the camera, and it's waterproof, guys. One of my favorite things about Nusa Penida is that a lot of the restaurants and beach clubs are located right along the beach, so you get these incredible views as you eat. Here is the food I ate. Look, it's local food, guys, okay? Local food. It's some sort of seafood skewers and rice and a watermelon juice thing. Here I am eating again. I warned you, this is gonna happen a lot. And there was live music and dogs. There's so many dogs in Nusa Penida. This one is called Pumpkin. I just named her. Anyway, if I haven't mentioned already, I am in Nusa Penida to do my free diving certification, my Wave 1 free diving certification. I've been scuba diving for a few years now, but I've always wanted to try free diving. And so this felt like the perfect opportunity to do that before I moved to the UK. Speaking of the UK, here is Manchester United, probably losing to Manchester City. Wait, let me check what the score was. Oh, it was a 0-0 draw. That's surprising. Day 2. Good morning, everyone. The bed, as I recall, was not bad. Breakfast was also not bad. It's complimentary. Had a little omelette with toast. And look at that sun and the, what are those called? Sunspots? Light leaks. Yes, I'm eating again, but it's important to fuel up because it is day 1 of freediving course I'm ready. Are you ready? Do you want longer and deeper? Yes. How long can you hold your breath? I don't know. I'm about to find out. Any more questions? No. Open. My heart is open. I realized I haven't even mentioned the company that I'm doing this course with. This is Freedive Nusa, an incredible facility. The people are so nice and welcoming and funny and awesome. It really feels like a home, like a family, and that's what I really liked about this place. That little hut is where we did all our classroom sessions and where we learned all our theory, as you can see right here. This, my friends, is Roberto, who was our coach, our teacher, our guide, and he was incredible, so knowledgeable, so professional. This is us learning how to hold our breath, filling up different cavities in our body. And here we are attempting our first breath hold. That thing on my finger, which you saw earlier in the video, is actually an oximeter, and it measures the oxygen levels in your body. And all this is really to show us that as we hold our breath, and even though we feel like we are dying, at the end of the breath hold, our oxygen levels hardly drop at all. And there's still so much oxygen in our body. In fact, that urge to breathe is primarily a response to the fact that we are not releasing carbon dioxide rather than because we are losing oxygen. So here we are holding our breath for as long as we possibly can. And I hit 206 according to my timer. But I think Roberto is gonna, what's he gonna say?
That was good 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, he lied. But I know the truth. Here we are getting changed to do some practice in the water now. That's Carlos, who is a surfer from El Salvador. And here we are just doing some pair work, practicing holding our breath, this time in the water. Personally, I found holding my breath in the water naturally a lot easier because when your face is submerged, you don't feel like breathing anyway, and so it's really just pushing yourself to see how far you can go. As you can see there, I raised my hand, which meant that I had the urge to breathe, and so Carlos brought me to the wall, and I managed to hold on until 2 minutes and 45 seconds, which I'm pretty proud of.
Very good. 2 minutes 45 seconds.
This time Roberto did not lie to me, and that is Natalia from New York doing a handstand. Then we broke for lunch. I should say, for context, I do have a history as a competitive swimmer and water polo player, so therefore, I think my breath hold is perhaps stronger than the average person. However, as you can see in this clip where we are learning to equalize, I will have my own struggles to deal with, my own demons to dance with, foreshadowing over a clip of my shadow. Wow, I totally planned that. We are getting onto a boat to head out into the ocean and put into practice everything we've learned so far, just the basics. On this day, we happen to be going out with a bunch of extremely good and experienced freedivers. And it was honestly so inspiring for us as first-timers to kind of see how it's meant to be done, how it could be done. And so after setting up the lines, people began to dive. And it was so cool. Look how effortless. Look how graceful. Look how elegant. Just floating up to the surface like a mermaid. But we were not so graceful, me in particular, because, as I foreshadowed earlier, I had a lot of issues equalizing. I actually knew this coming into this course already, that I could not equalize upside down. And so you see here me constantly struggling to have to turn right side up. And eventually I ran out of breath, had to come back up. And this continued for the rest of the day. I basically had to keep turning around to equalize, and this consumed a lot of energy. I did manage to reach a target for the day though, which was 10 meters, I believe. And then going up, you don't have to equalize. So I, look less lame, I guess. But I was really running out of breath here. Gasping for air. So after all that practice, we wrapped up the day with some fun dives at the reefs, and it was nice to put what we've learned into practice with holding our breath and everything now to like a more chill and casual context where we can just enjoy wildlife and nature and marine life. The video does not do it justice, but the reefs in Nusa Penida are incredible. Some of the best I've ever seen. And the best part? Turtles. This is me chasing a turtle. Like my life depends on it. Look at it. Look at it go. Look at this little guy. Look at this little guy. Or a girl. I don't know how to sex a turtle. I love turtles. They're like one of my favorite marine animals ever. Because they're so nonchalant. They don't care about your existence. As long as you don't touch them, which you shouldn't, and I didn't, you can get up close, you can say hi, and they just go about their day, doing their turtley things. This is Fred. I've named them Fred. That's a gender-neutral name. Goodbye. And here's another one. Okay, I don't know if this is still Fred. Is this a different turtle? Can't remember. It was 2 months ago. But probably the same turtle. It's my attempt at trying to be a National Geographic videographer, and then I ran out of breath. Goodbye. I love you. Oh, not you, Carlos. I meant the turtle, but yeah. Dinner! I don't think I show me eating this time. I spared you, okay? Oh, but I do show you my crotch as I ride a motorbike. So there's that. It's day 3, folks. The day I'm gonna crush my equalizing problems and I'm gonna figure out freediving. But first, a pool session. This is a pool we went to in some random restaurant thing. Really nice pool. I mean, that's a nice pool. Very new. Flippers and neck weights. That was the theme of the day. Flippers and neck weights. And basically what we're trying to do in this session is achieve neutral buoyancy, which is where you swim and kick in a straight line and you neither sink nor float. You just go straight. So this is my attempt. And I think I sink a little and I hit the floor about now. Yeah. It's okay. We're figuring it out. I think I changed my neck weight after this because it was too heavy. But yeah, that was fun. Lunch break. Octopus. Some spicy noodle dish that killed Carlos. And Natalia's sending peace and love to everyone out there. And then it was out to the ocean again. A big part of freediving is connected to meditation and breath work. And so as you could see on the boat, everyone there was really focused and just trying to, center themselves. And this is my attempt to try to equalize without turning completely right side up. As you can tell, not super successful. Trying, failing, turning back up. Managed to do it. Kind of. Trying again. Basically completely turned around and then turning back around to go down. I think at this point I kind of just decided that I was going to lean into the fact that I probably would not be able to fully master equalizing upside down, and I think just committing to that and deciding that this is what I was going to do allowed me to stop fighting it and just enjoy it as much as I could. Thankfully, because I do have a decent breath hold, I was still able to go as deep as the other people on the course despite my wonky descent, and obviously I do not look as cool going down, but hey, it's okay. Look, I still reached the little marker. And then going up, we all look the same because you don't have to equalize. So let's just focus on the going up part, huh? Look how calm I look. Plenty of breath left. There we go. Good job, Nat. Still red lips, baby. That basically just means that I still had plenty of oxygen in my body despite my wonky and energy and oxygen consuming way of going down, which is good. It's a good thing. Not blue lips. That's a bad thing. More reefs and fun diving just to end off the day. I don't think we saw a turtle today, and that's okay. Sometimes you just gotta look at the fishes, and they can be really cute too. Oh wait, was that fish missing a fin? Or was it? Okay, never mind. Look at these reefs, look at the colors. Incredible. I'm sorry for the terrible camera work. I'm really trying my best, guys. It's a new camera. Oh, and then, and then I saw something really cool. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? It's lurking in the shadows. It's a scorpion fish. And this is Sally, who belongs to one of the staff at Freedive Nusa. More crotch shots. I'm very sorry, but this is the only way I could film while riding without killing myself. And then I wrapped up the day with a simple dinner. I'm not gonna lie, I remember feeling pretty frustrated and annoyed at myself at this point, because I couldn't figure out the equalizing thing. Both my other course mates kind of could do it right from the onset, and I just couldn't. According to Roberto, this is probably because I don't have strong muscles around my soft palate, and so I'm not able to open it when I'm upside down because of gravity. And so that night, I blew some balloons. And this is basically an exercise to practice controlling your soft palate by blowing a balloon up and then letting the air release into your mouth and out through your nose. And so when you close your soft palate, it should stop the air from moving anywhere. And then you open your soft palate to let the air flow through and out through your nose, which I managed to do. I managed to figure it out. But then here I am trying to equalize with my head, not even upside down, just straight. And I couldn't do it. Poor Nat. Oh, I feel you, my guy. Well, that wraps up part 1 of this vlog. Will I overcome my equalizing issues in part 2?
Holy shit! Holy fuck!
There's only one way to find out. And by that, I mean I have to make part 2. And then you watch it. And then you'll find out. Yeah.